Joining me now, Republican Senator Thom Tillis from North Carolina, member of the Judiciary Committee, co-sponsoring Graham's resolution. Senator, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Deirdre.
How much support do you and Senator Graham and others have in the party on this?
Well, I think we have a lot of support. The problem that we have is the process as Chairman Graham laid out. Chairman Graham was a part of an impeachment process. He understands the proper roles and responsibilities, that more people need to have access to the information. The president should have access and have the opportunity to question witnesses. The minority should have access. What they're doing now really raises serious doubts about whether this is anything more than a political exercise.
So earlier today, speaking of the process, dozens of House Republicans that at first reported forced a delay in this impeachment inquiry. Other news that some stormed a secure hearing room, demanded entry not allowed in. Senator Graham described it as nuts. He said that's not how things are done. But then later, when he realized it wasn't sort of physically banging on a door, that it was just basically asking to be let in, he walked back his comments a little bit. Yeah. But what is your take? I mean, is it the right thing to do to have big gestures at this moment? Or does that come off as too aggressive and ends up being too outside the box?
Well, let me tell you what what not to do. If it's our understanding that they're having hearings in a secure facility where we listen to top secret classified information. Many of these hearings that they're having there behind closed doors are only with members of the Democratic Party in the room, and it's information that should be shared in open hearings with defense counsel there for the president and with Republican members there. I understand the frustration of some of my colleagues. Some of those who voiced their frustration came from North Carolina, because this is not how it's ever been done. Not since President Johnson have the minority party been pushed out of an impeachment process. All we're asking them to do is go to the regular order, provide sunshine, have open hearings, and have the process like it's been every single time this has occurred in the history of the United States.
Yeah, House Minority Whip Steve Scalise, I mean, he lived up to the whip name with that, right? And I mean, essentially called out House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff.
Yeah.
And your take is, obviously, you have to keep pressuring.
Well, of course, because we want to give, if they want to have credibility, if they ultimately decide to move articles of impeachment, they should do it the way that it's been done every time, with Republican majorities and Democrat majorities, showing deference to those that they're accusing and showing deference to the minority, so that when I have to sit as a juror in the Senate, I know that they've gone through a lot of those questions. Otherwise, they're going to send us something. We're going to have to go through that process. It makes you wonder whether or not they're selectively editing. You hear some of the reports that seem to be the more interesting things that they want to bring from the hearing, but we don't see the full context. And you know, when you sit as a juror, you have to hear the whole testimony, not the sound bites that the Democrats may want you to hear.
Yeah.
All we're asking them to do is the regular order. Let the American people see what's going on. Let the accused see what's going on. Do it the right way.
No editing. Senator Tillis, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy for the time. Next up, the fight for